In the Amazon, beauty always walks hand in hand with danger. The river winds like a silver ribbon, weaving its way through the heart of the jungle. White storks fly overhead, steady, orderly. A few touch down on the sandbanks in search of food. From the high canopy, the call of the toucan rings out. Below, monkeys swing playfully from branch to branch. A new day begins. Beneath the water's surface, a family of giant otters chase and chatter along the river. But the Amazon has never truly been at peace. Jaguar versus giant otter, a silent predator, a family ready to fight for each other. Cruelty or courage, who will win? Stay with us until the end. And don't forget to subscribe to Wildlife Documentary Hub, where the wild speaks. The showdown starts right now. A young otter pops its head above the water, a tiny fish clenched in its jaws like a trophy. In a flash, its siblings rush over, turning the moment into a playful chase. Massive tails whip through the river, sending up sprays of water. None of them know. Just beyond the edge of the forest, a pair of eyes is watching, silent, calculating. A predator is awake. The jaguar, the silent assassin of the South American jungle, is on the move. Its body is low, muscular, fluid, golden fur, marked with signature rosette spots, blends perfectly with the shadows, a symbol of stealth and supremacy. It creeps along the riverbank, step by step, like a shadow made flesh. Its ears perk up, eyes narrow. It has caught a scent. Otters, faint, but clear, drifting on the mist. No hurry. It pauses, body sinking lower. Its coat melts into the green. From this distance, it watches the otter family swimming in the open river. The prey is in sight. It's time to plan. One young otter strays from the group. It glides near the river's edge, weaving between tangled aquatic plants, diving and surfacing in search of crabs or small fish. The predator is still nearby. The jaguar stirs, golden eyes narrow, muscles tighten. This is the moment it's been waiting for. No deep water, no backup, just fate. Boom. The jaguar springs up from the grass, its body shooting forward like a living arrow. Claws outstretched, jaws wide, ready to snap shut. But at that moment, the otter startles, diving straight down and slipping through the water. Hyacinth in the blink of an eye. The strike misses. The jaguar's claws slash only the surface of the water. The otter resurfaces, screeching a warning. Instantly, the entire family closes in, forming a tight defensive circle. On the riverbank, the jaguar stands motionless. Water drips from its jaws, eyes unwavering on the prize. The opportunity slips away, but the hunt is far from over. The jaguar backs away from the water's edge. Slow, silent, not a single sound. It melts into the dense undergrowth. Foliage obscures its powerful frame. Only its golden eyes remain, burning bright in the darkness. It lies still. Only its chest rises and falls with each calm breath. It moves neither rashly nor recklessly. From hundreds of previous chases, the jaguar has learned one thing. Patience is the final killer. This time, it will wait. And when the perfect moment arrives, out in the river, the otter family continues to dive and splash, their high-pitched chatter echoing across the water. A different young otter separates from the group. It paddles into a dense cluster of reeds near the bank, where sunlight fades through the canopy and the water bottoms out in shadow. The jaguar shifts. Its body tenses like a drawn bow. This time, it won't miss. Whoosh! Once again, the big cat rockets from the brush like an arrow. Reeds bend and water erupts in a frothy eruption. Its claws graze the wet fur of the otter. But still, too late. The otter slips beneath the water just in time. A fraction of a second more, and the jaguar's claw would have caught its neck. A failed strike again. Water explodes across the river. From the treetops, a troop of monkeys erupts in alarm, chattering and leaping through the canopy. They've watched this hunt from the very start, and now they're sounding the alarm. Still undeterred. The jaguar doesn't give up. It circles back toward the riverbank. The scent of water, fish, and young otter still hangs thick in the air. Its eyes never blink. Its muscles remain coiled, ready to spring at any moment. A fallen tree leaning over the river forms the perfect ambush point. Nestled behind it, the jaguar reveals only its head still as stone, unblinking, in the water. The otters sense the predator's presence. The mother otter sniffs the air, an alert sound. They don't flee. They swim closer, even closer. One pup surfaces right in front of the jaguar, only a few feet away. It locks eyes with the golden predator watching from the brush. Then it veers off, launching itself out of the water. A leap bold and brazen. The mother follows, the family rising as one. Then they dive again, tails slashing the water. Waves crash toward the shore. They remain vocal, unafraid, not backing down. They mock the danger. They play before death itself. The jaguar remains motionless, but its jaws clamp tighter. A low growl rumbles in its throat. Its patience is being tested, and the pride of the apex predator feels stung. The otters won't retreat. They swim along the bank, surface and dive, chirping taunts at the jaguar. They are fearless. They are dancing with fire. Two of the largest swim right at the water's edge. They know exactly where the jaguar is hiding. One splashes water straight into its face. A blatant provocation. The jaguar snaps. It coils and lunges, jaws snapping at the otter gliding overhead. But just as its mouth opens, a hammer-like bite strikes its head. An adult otter lunges in. A powerful, deep bite aimed squarely at the jaguar's temple. The jaguar reels back, snarling, retreating. Blood trickles down its golden fur. It can't fight back. In one final move, the jaguar turns and disappears into the brush. On the water, the otter family gathers again. They glide like arrows across the river, relaxed, safe, and utterly triumphant. Hunger drives the jaguar forward once more, forcing it to continue along the riverbank in search of prey. This time, it spots a young crocodile resting alone on a sandy islet midstream. Small, still, alone. There's no hesitation. The jaguar steps slowly into the water, gliding silently toward its target. But just as its paw touches the sand, the river explodes. From all directions, shadows rise like a nightmare. Crocodile heads, crocodile eyes, crocodile jaws, wide open. One clamps down on the jaguar's hind leg. Another strikes its ribs with a violent tail whip. The jaguar roars, thrashing in fury. Claws slash, water erupts. It dodges a snap, barely. Then, from the side, another crocodile charges. The river itself seems to rage. The jaguar powers through the current, blood mixing with mud. Its body is torn, its shoulder bleeds, but its eyes still burn with defiance. It refuses to quit. It spots an opening between two crashing tails. With one final leap, it breaks the circle. The jaguar rolls onto the riverbank, drenched in water and streaked with blood. behind it, the river quiets again, but the pain lingers, and the lesson is carved deep. In the Amazon, no prey is ever truly easy. In the farthest edge of wild existence, there is no easy meal. No victory lasts forever, only instinct, persistence, and the cost of every decision. The Amazon doesn't need humankind to survive, but we will always need nature to truly live. Thank you for staying with us. Subscribe to Wildlife Documentary Hub to keep listening to the heartbeat of nature, where life begins.